Hey everybody, Stepgun here, and today we're going to take another review at a Glock, a gun that's a favorite of mine. Yes, I love the Glock 23 as you've seen in my last video, but this one's a 45 ACP. It's a Glock 21. Let's take a look. Alright everyone, that's right, it's a Glock 21. This is a Generation 3 Slim Frame. That's what that SF stands for. And this Glock sits by my bed every night. As you guys can see, the magazine is empty, the chamber is clear, the gun is safe for us to work with, so those of you watching the video can be at ease. As always, thank you to my new subscribers, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be posting some content here very quickly. The gun ranges are all opening back up to 100% down here in South Florida, which is awesome, so we can get out there and get some good footage to you guys. But yeah, guys, this Glock 21, it sits by my bed every night. I am a huge fan of 45 ACP, okay? And don't let me fool you with the Glock 23 video. Yes, I love 40 as carrying, but sitting by my bed every night is this beast Glock 21. Yep, that's what it is, man. A lot of police carry this gun. You know, a lot of you guys watching this video that are police are going to go ahead and say right now, yep, I know a lot about that firearm. Police over the years have switched. They carried the Glock 21 for a while. Some police carried the Glock 22. Now most police officers are carrying the Glock 17, which is in 9mm. The Glock 22 was in 40 caliber. And, you know, the 9mm is kind of the carry gun for the FBI. The U.S. military's carried the 9mm since, I believe, the 80s. But as far as terminal ballistics and velocity, the 9mm is a very capable round. The 45 ACP is also a very capable round. But if you put the kind of ballistics that's inside of a 9mm bullet into these 45 ACP bullets, which some are built that way, it would be truly gruesome. Okay, as you guys can see, a 45 ACP is a very big bullet compared to a 9mm. But the Glock 21 is renowned and known for its vital role in home defense. As you guys can see, you know, I have these magazines, 13 plus 1 round magazines. These magazines are actually from a Generation 4 Glock 21. So a little quick advice, this is a Generation 3, as you can tell by the grips. It's also the slim frame SF, as you guys can see here, that Generation 3 Glock made, because the grips on the original Glock 21 Generation 3 were a little bigger. So Glock made this slim frame, as you guys can see here, to fit people's hands better, okay? The normal grips on the regular Glock 21 didn't really bother me too much, but I picked this slim frame up because I found a good deal on it. And it kind of fascinated me right away. So, quick rule of thumb for all of you out there who are new Glock owners or, you know, starting to really experiment with Glocks. If you have a Glock that's a Generation 3, okay, say a Glock 21, and you have Glock 21 Generation 4 magazines, they will fit inside of a Glock 21, okay? Also, if you have a Glock 17, that's a Generation 3, and you have Generation 5, because we now have Gen 5 Glocks, they will fit inside of a Glock 17, which is a 9mm, okay? And to get down to the meat and potatoes of this gun, it's literally my home defense weapon. As you see, 13 plus 1 with 45 ACP is great amount of capacity. This gun fits really good in my hand. It's easy to keep in my drawer at night. As you guys can look here and see, I'll zoom up on this camera for you. I got some Trigicon, we'll turn it the other way for you. Some Trigicon night sights, as you guys can see here. And I keep these on my gun. They glow super bright at night. But to be honest with you guys, one thing I see a lot of people on YouTube do with bedside guns, whether it be a Glock, a 1911, a shotgun, or anything, is learning how to really point with a gun And don't rely on those night sights so heavily, and that's a conversation we will get into more on the range as well. But the Generation 3, as you can see here, it's got these grips on the finger grooves. It's got some pretty aggressive texture. The texture on the side is it's pretty good, but the Generation 4 Glock, I'll bring that one out here as well too. And we can do a comparison on both of these. You can look at that one as well. I love these finger grooves because the way it grabs my hand when you grip it, your hand's not going anywhere, okay? And I really just, love the way that it feels in my hands. And that's one thing a lot of people have to do with a gun, and especially a bedside gun, because if you were to ever have to use your bedside gun, in the middle of the night, you're going to be waking up from deep sleep, and you're going to you're not going to be awake until you're probably a couple steps into wherever you're going. You need to be able to grab your firearm and know that you are comfortable with it right away. You don't need to be grabbing a gun and fidgeting your hand around it. You need to grab your gun and be ready to rock and roll. I don't leave my gun chambered, and I don't leave a magazine in it because I do have little ones in my house. So I will grab my gun, chamber around, and I'm good to go. I've shot Glocks so many times. I know how comfortable they are in the hand. I can point very well with them. But that's one thing that the Generation 3 really killed. And I mean, they just nailed it. The Generation 4 has that kind of stippling all the way around the gun, which is not too bad either. But, the Generation 3 is definitely my favorite. So, we'll get down into it. We'll kind of break it down, what makes the difference in the Generation 3 and the Generation 4. As I've always told you, the grips. The magazine release is a little bit skinny. Your Generation 4 mag release will come about right out to here, down and over. So it's a little bigger, about half the size than this mag release, okay? And then as you can see, another thing that makes Glock incredible, as you can see, there's nothing really on the slide of this frame. There's no external safeties. Glock has built internal trigger. You got your internal trigger here, which you can't squeeze the trigger until you push the tab down. There you go. Now you push the trigger. It also has a drop safety inside of here on the firing pin as well. So it makes it very sleek. That's why a lot of police officers carry this gun in their holsters. And a lot of people, believe it or not, I was kind of asking around the gun store, huge thanks to Arsenal Arms down here in South Florida. And people do carry this gun, believe it or not. It's kind of a big gun to carry for summer carry. But yeah, guys, it's just super reliable. It's Glock. They, in my last video, I said Glock's the most reliable gun ever made. By me saying that, I do want to elaborate and say that any gun can fail. You buy a brand new Rolls-Royce engine, it can fail. Things can fail. The percentage and chance of a Glock failing is very slim compared to your other firearms on the market. And that's what makes this gun reliable, and that's why I have it by my bed. Okay, so we'll break it down real quick. Your typical Glock breakdown, you pull the slide back, you got a takedown spring on this side, and you got another takedown spring on this side. Pull your slide back, pull both of those springs down, pull your trigger, and the slide fires right off the gun. You have your lower here on the Glock, as you can see. You got your trigger inside of here. You got your plate. You knock these two pins loose, you can take this gate out right here. A lot of people swap the triggers out. And those of you, if you want to, you can swipe this tab over and go on eBay or whatever website you want. You can get a new mag release, trigger, all that good jazz. I'm fine with what comes from the factory. It doesn't really need to be too much more than that to me. Now, the big thing in the Generation 3 and Generation 4, as you can see right here, I have my guide rod spring, okay? You guys notice this guide rod spring. For those of you who have Generation 4 Glocks, you already know the difference, okay? The Generation 3 Glock has a single spring right here. It's a long spring, which creates more recoil, and it's basically a one single piece of spring here. The Generation 4, 5, and new Glocks being made now, they have a double spring in here. So basically you have a little spring, another spring, which kind of mitigates recoil. That was the reason behind doing that. So that's one of the main differences in the Generation 4 and Generation 3 is the spring on all Glocks. And then you get down to it, the barrel's the same across all Glocks. You can see here how beautiful that nice finish is on this barrel. And the slide, Glock's known for that tinifer finish. That's right, the tinifer finish is kind of a hard finish they put on these guns to kind of keep it to last longer. And you can take a look inside of here. You can see your firing pin right there. You can see your ejector. Here's your slide rails. If you ever wanted to take your firing pin out, you take right on the very tip of my thumb right there. See if I can find something to point it with. Right on the tip right here. You can push that tab in. You push that tab in, you can release your plate. This little slide plate will drop down. You can pull your firing pin out, take your extractor out over here. You can take all the stuff out and clean the inside of your slide. And there's your famous little screw right there to swap the night sights out. And I highly advise, if you ever want to swap the sights out on your gun, to get a legit Glock tool, because it's a pain in the butt to get that little screw, hex head screw, or not, excuse me. That's like a little hex head screw out right there. But yeah, this is the slide on this beautiful baby. You can see this one's made in Austria. And then to reassemble the quick field strip of a Glock 21, you just put your barrel back in, as with all Glocks. Take your guide rod spring, push it in right there, and then you want to take it, set it inside it just like so you guys can see. And then you take it, put it on the gun, just like so. Do a function check, pull it back, make sure nothing binds. Trigger, point your gun in the safe direction. And that's it. To just quick field strip it and clean it. It's not very hard at all. But yeah, guys, I really and truly, I've always loved Glock 21. I have a Glock 41 as well. We're gonna sit down and do a 45 ACP day when I get my hands on a Glock 30 and have all those big 45s sitting out here. But yeah, guys, just a little quick video today. This is my bedside gun for those of you to know that I love Glock 21. I really do. I love 45 ACP. It's the big boy, you know. People, when they say 45 ACP, it's the big boy. You know, comment down below what you think. I know those of you 9mm fans and 40 fans and everybody out there, comment out there. You know, I'd love to hear everyone's advice, you know, and love to hear what a lot of people have to say. Because, you know, somebody may know something that you don't know, and, you know, you may know something that I don't know, and I'm always down to learn something new. So, but yeah, guys, this is my Glock 21, the bedside gun that guards the step gun. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video on this beautiful Glock 21. This is the gun that sits by my bed at night and protects me and my family. And it is, like I said, I just absolutely love Glock. I love 45 deep down. It's grown a spot with me. 1911s throughout the time. Gasling Glock had a great idea with that, you know, first creating the Glock, and then who would have known that the Glock 21 would have had so much success. A lot of you police out there that have carried this gun know about its reliability. But yeah, guys, I really and truly love this gun. As always, guys, be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, Step Gun is out.